Merhaba and konnichiwa Nihon. Ohayou gozaimasu and günaydın Türkiye. Welcome to our joint seminar between Tagajo High School and Van Erciş Tenzilana Junior High School. We organized this seminar on the occasion of the 10th commemoration of the disasters happened in Japan and Turkey in 2011. First of all, we commemorate those who passed away in the disaster. We pray for them. Today, I am very sad, but at the same time, I am happy and a bit excited because at the virtual environment, I'm now hosting two schools that I visited before. I remember my visit to Tagajo High School in January 2020. We admire your activities on disaster risk reduction. In addition, we were very much impressed by your surprise when we visited Tagajo High School early in the morning. Let me remember you what the surprise was. I had a similar feeling for Tenzilana Junior High School when we visited them in April 2019. We have the witness for the passion and dedication on disaster risk reduction activities of the students and teachers in both schools. I'm sure this exchange program will be helpful for all participants today. Well, first, I would like to introduce Öznur Anaç Sensei from Tenzilana Junior High School.
Konnichiwa. I am an ex-part student of JICA. I visited Tagajo High School last year, and I am so lucky that here we are today. Your school and your projects were amazing. It's so nice to meet you again. I started to leave Erciş just after the Van earthquake, 2011. People had miserable and hard times here, but I believe that both cities will struggle against disaster much more easily with the help of these interactions.
Thank you so much, Öznur Sensei. Now I would like to invite Mr. Borai Ikuto, the principal of Tagajo High School, for the opening remark.
I'm very glad to be holding this online seminar today. The epidemic of COVID-19 is a serious problem, but I think it is very meaningful for high school students from both countries to talk about disaster prevention and culture. The Republic of Turkey and Japan have become close since the distress of frigate Ertuğrul in 1890. At the time of the Great East Japan earthquake, the Turkish support team provided support and rescue activities in Shigahama Town and Reef Town in Miyagi Prefecture. We would like to take this opportunity to thank you. In addition, I feel a deep connection with the disaster relief as Japan carried out support activities when the major earthquake occurred in eastern Turkey in the same year. Today, we would like to introduce some of our activities, and we would ask your frank advice about these. I'd like to extend my greetings with the hope that today's effort will contribute to the development of both countries and the progress of disaster prevention education. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Burai-sensei, arigatou gozaimasu. Japanese ambassador to Turkey is honored us by attending the seminar today. I would like to invite Suzuki Taishi for the opening remarks.
Thank you very much for your kind invitation. And then, first of all, I'd like to thank the Turkish-Japanese Foundation and JICA for organizing and allowing me to say a few words in this memorable event. Why memorable? Because we all know that Thursday last week in Japan was just the 10-year milestone of the Great East Japan earthquake. And for the Turkish people, October this year will also mark the 10th anniversary of the Ban earthquake. Having faced with the common challenge of very frequent earthquakes, Japan and Turkey have really developed disaster cooperation, both before and the aftermath of earthquake. In the immediate aftermath of the Great East Japan earthquakes 10 years ago, Turkey sent a rescue team to search for missing persons in Tagajo City and other locations in Miyagi Prefecture. In response to the Izmir earthquake in October last year, volunteers from Miyagi Prefecture conducted a fundraising campaign for victims in Izmir. The mayor of Tagajo City and other heads of local government who had received the Turkish rescue team sent letters of appreciation to Turkey to mark their 10th anniversaries. So I truly hope today's online meeting will expand interaction, develop friendship, and arouse interest in the study of a wide range of topics among young people of our two countries. Teshikara ederim. Arigatou gozaimashita.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Mr. Ambassador. Suzuki Taishi, arigatou gozaimasu. From now on, the stage is for the course students. First, I would like to invite Turkish students for their presentation about Turkish culture.
Hi, I am Onur Gürbüz. I am 11 years old. Turkey and Japan are two countries in Asia. Turkey is 8,784 kilometers away from Japan. The capital city of Turkey is Ankara. Ankara is the second largest city of Turkey. It is located in the middle of the country. There are 81 provinces in Turkey and one is in the eastern Anatolian region. The name of Cappadocia in Persian language means country of beautiful horses. Cappadocia is a natural and historical area. Göbekli Tepe is the oldest temple in the world. Göbekli Tepe is located in Şanlıurfa. It belongs to 10,000 BC. Kaleheyk is one of the important ancient settlements. It is located in the center of the Silk Road. Thank you for listening to me.
Hello, I am Onur Çalışır. I am 11 years old. Turkish cultures. Tile. Piece of earthenware decorated with oval-colored glazes and motifs that are characteristic of Turkish art. In Turkey, we weave carpet on the wooden marble. In Turkey, we pour the paint in different colors on the waters. Then we transfer it to papers. Horon, halay, span dance, and zeybek are Turkish dance. Zeybek is also Atatürk's favorite dance. Turkish bagel is called asimit. It is delicious with cheese and tea. Balık ekmek, sabah sandal. It's very popular fast food in Istanbul. It is a popular drink that awakens the Turks in the morning and brings them together late at night. Thank you for listening to me.
Hello, my name is Muhammed Zanavarlı. I'm 12 years old. Festivals. Ramadan Festival. We fast for a month. At the end of the month, we have a 3-day festival. It is called Ramadan Festival. In this festival, we visit our relatives and collect candy. 23rd April International Children's Festival. It is the festival of all children in the world. It is Atatürk's present for children. Hacivat Karagöz. They are playing on puppet show. They are very funny. Mevlana is an important thing for our Turkish people. Thanks for listening to me.
Hello, I am Ahmet Deniz. I am 11 years old. One is in the east of Turkey. It is so close to the border of Iran. It is the 6th largest of Turkey and it is the most crowded city of Eastern Anatolia. Where should we see in one? One castle. The castle was the center of the state of Urartu. Akdamar Island and Church. You can see Akdamar Church history in Bible and Torah. It has interesting reliefs on it. Ercik Lake is in the east of Van Lake. Half of the birds in Turkey live in Ercik Lake. Thank you for listening to me.
Hello, my name is Muhammed Ziya Sancak. I am 12 years old. What sports can we do in Van Lake? It is the largest lake in Turkey. It has nearly half of the Miyakis area. Many beaches in Van Lake are open to public. Mineral water of the lake is very good for the skin. It is also very exciting to dive into the Van Lake. You can do sailing and rafting in Van Lake. You can do parachuting in Gavuş Abalı, Erek Mountain, Dağ Ünü Village, and Gören Mountain. Van is beautiful. Thanks for listening to me. We wish to show you folk dance from Van.
My name is Sidai Berdikman. I am 11 years old. Earthquake in Turkey. Turkey is located on Alpine Himalaya seismic zone. This causes large earthquake in our country. Earthquake zones in Turkey are divided into three main generations. These are Western Anatolia earthquake zone, Eastern Anatolia earthquake zone, and Northern Anatolia earthquake zone. Flood in Turkey. One of the reasons of flood is snowfall. Snow melting with the warming of the air causes floods. Flooding also occurs in some areas due to heavy rainfall. Landslide in Turkey. Landslides that result in movement of the upland surface via media are among the natural disasters that can be seen in Turkey, especially the fact that the eastern Black Sea region has sloping lands. This triggers more landslide in this region. Thank you for listening to me.
Hello, I am İrem Albayrak. I am 15 years old. The Van earthquake occurred in October 23 in 2011. It was a terrible earthquake with a magnitude of 7.2. It started at 1:41 p.m. and lasted 25 seconds. There were so many aftershocks then. 644 people were dead, 1,966 people were injured. 252 people were rescued by the help of international teams, including Japanese team. He and his teammates sacrificed themselves for us. Unfortunately, he was on the wreck while staying at a hotel by an aftershock. He was rescued after 13 hours. He was so badly injured that he lost his life on November 9 in 2011. Disasters are maybe forgotten, but solidarity and goodness are always in your mind and heart. A school named by Atsushi Miyazaki after his death. A street was named Dr. Miyazaki for his memory. A Japanese park named Atsushi Miyazaki was opened. Thank you, Japan. Thank you, Atsushi. Turkey will miss you. Rest in peace.
Hi everyone, I am Ahmet Yusuf and I am 13. Erzincan earthquake struck eastern of Turkey with a magnitude of 6.7 and 7.8. In 1939, almost 33,000 died due to the earthquake and blizzard conditions, followed by heavy rains that caused floods. 21 earthquakes. The shocks had a magnitude of 7.1 and 5.6. The 20th earthquake occurred on 23rd January in Turkey. The magnitude of earthquake was determined to be 6.7. 41 people were unfortunately dead and more than 1,600 were injured. The Izmir earthquake was happened most recently in Turkey. It occurred on 13th October. The magnitude of earthquake was determined as 6.9. The earthquake lasted 60 seconds and caused a tsunami in one of the districts of Izmir. 2021 flood disaster. Global warming caused this flood disaster and it occurred on 2nd of February. 2 people died because of this disaster, so we learned that local disaster education is very important. These are some photos of Izmir. From the time of its establishment in 1868, the Turkish Red Crescent has been providing, presenting, and offering various and important services for social solidarity. When a disaster occurs, Kızılay comes to the area and make tents for food, and they cook for people. They serve the meal hot. Bursa Disaster Training Center. It was established with the aim of keeping disaster through experience and surviving the disaster with minimum damage. School-based disaster education in schools. School-based disaster education project was implemented by the Ministry of National Education and Japan International Cooperation Agency between 2011-2014 and 2018-2020.
My name is Barkın Kıvrak. I am 11 years old. Disaster risk reduction measures at Tanzilana. Emergency escape road is defined and emergency exit signs are checked regularly. All the cupboards and basic furniture are immobilized. We have topics on disaster and measures in science, social studies, and English classes. Evacuation drills at Tanzilana. We have an unannounced evacuation drill on October 13, International Disaster Reduction Day. We have an unannounced evacuation drill on November 12, International Disaster Preparedness Day. We have a national evacuation drill either in the earthquake week in the first week of March or in the civil defense day on February 28. Let's watch a shadow theater all together.
Ah Karagöz'üm, we have a friends from Japan. Ne diyorsun acaba ya? Ah Karagöz'üm, we have a friends from Japan. Allah Allah. Ya Karagöz'üm, Japonya'dan arkadaşlarımız var yani. Yani we have a friends from Nihon. Yani Nihonji Karagöz'üm, Nihonji. Öyle mi? Karagöz'üm, bu arada ben çantamı hazırladım. Ben çantamı hazırladım. Ne çantası ya? Acil durum çantası. Acil durum çantası Karagöz'üm. Yani emergency bag. Yani emergency bag. Allah Allah. Ya Hacivat, tell me, what is acil durum çantası? Ah my dear Karagöz, acil durum çantası is emergency bag. Hacivat, tell me, what we should put in emergency bag? Ah my dear Karagöz, we put in emergency bag, for example, and food, drink, radio, and lamp, hand lamp, and clothes. Yes, Karagöz. Hacivat, tell me, so what we should put in emergency bag for children? Ah, my dear Karagöz, maybe we put in emergency bag chocolate or candy. Chocolate or candy? Yes, Karagöz, for children. Chocolate or candy for children. 1 minute. Ah, Karagöz, what happened? Let's ask to children. Children, tell me, chocolate or candy? Okay. Hacivat, okay, Hacivat. Children said, children wants to chocolate. Ah, my dear Karagöz. Hacivat, demek ki o zaman bu acil durum çantası çok önemli bir şeymiş demek ki Hacivat ya. Çok önemli bir şey demek ki bu acil durum çantası. Ben hemen eve gideyim o zaman. Niye yahu? Acil durum çantamı hazırlayacağım ya. Oyalama beni hadi. Allah Allah. Oh, şunlardan da koyayım. Bak bunları da koy. Ne oluyor ya? Ne oluyor? Allah ne oluyor? Ay. Karagöz. Ay aman pantolonumu başıma geçirdim. Ayaklarım başıma geçti. Allah. Ne oluyor ya? Allah. Ya Karagöz'üm ne oldu ya? Ne yaptın öyle sen ya? Hacivat ne oldu az önce? Ya deprem oldu Karagöz'üm, deprem. Deprem? Deprem mi oldu? Evet ama Karagöz'üm sen az önce ne yaptın ya? Ne yaptım ya? Kendi evinizin camından atladın. Balkonundan atladın ya. Nereden atladım? Kendi evinin balkonundan atladın. Oradan atladım. Evet. Oradan yani. Evet. Ne yapacaktım Allah Allah ya? Camdan atlamayıp da ne yapacaktım? Balkondan atlamayıp da ne yapacaktım ya peki Allah Allah. Ah Karagöz'üm, çök kapan tutun yapacaktın. Yani drop, cover and hold. Drop, cover and hold. O ne ya? Karagöz'üm bak, deprem esnasında çök kapan tutun hareketi yapıp depremden korunmalıyız. Yani nasıl yani? Çök kapan tutun hareketi yaparsak depremden korunuruz. Deprem esnasında. Öyle mi? Hacivat peki, tell me, why çök kapan tutun? Ah my dear Karagöz, because for earthquake. For earthquake, that's why, because for cishin Karagöz, for cishin. Öyle mi? Okey. Hacivat. Karagöz'üm ne oldu? Karagöz'üm sen şimdi öğrendin mi sen bakayım? Öğrendim. Ne yapacağız peki ilk önce? İlk önce acil durum çantamızı hazırlayacağız. Hani emergency pack. Çok güzel bak aferin çok güzel. İngilizcelerini de öğrenmişsin. Sonra çök kapan tutun hareketi yapacağız acaba deprem esnasında ve deprem bittikten sonra güvenli yerlere, güvenli bölgelere ulaşacağız. Yani drop, cover and hold. Çok güzel Karagöz'üm çok güzel. Ne diyelim? Çocuklar bundan sonra siz de deprem esnasında çök kapan tutun hareketi yapıp güvenli yerlere, güvenli bölgelere, deprem bittikten sonra güvenli yerlere, güvenli bölgelere ulaşmayı ve tabii ki de çök kapan tutun hareketi yapmayı unutmayın.
I hope you like the video. It was prepared by the Master Alperen Aydın from Bursa. This is the courtesy of Alperen. Thank you so much. If Takajo High School is ready, we can move to both culture and disaster risk reduction exchange from Japan.
From now, I will start introducing Japanese culture. I will introduce about Japanese events. There are many events in Japan. For example, New Year, cherry blossom viewing, and fireworks display. At New Year, I often visit shrines, hoping for the health and safety of the year. At cherry blossom viewing, family and friends eat lunch while watching the cherry blossoms. At the fireworks display, you can enjoy beautiful fireworks from the ground. Setsubun, a very fun event. Setsubun means division of seasons, and the event held to pray for good health and happiness. It is said defeating the demons bring happiness to the family. One of the family members, usually father, wear a mask of demon and pretend to behave violently. The children throw soybeans at the demon and say, "Oni wa soto, fuku wa uchi." This means that the demon is outside and the fortune is inside. I used to do it every year when I was a child. Next is the Dolls Festival. Hinamatsuri is a day to pray for the health and happiness of young girls in their families. Display Hina Ningyo, which means Hina dolls. It is said that Hina Ningyo take away the bad luck of girls who own them. They wear a traditional Japanese costume. The dolls depict the imperial court, the emperor, the empress, 3 court ladies, 5 court musicians, the minister of the left, the minister of the right, and 3 servants. We eat traditional dishes. Hina-arare can be eaten in spring. Each color represents different season. Red is for spring, green is for summer, yellow is for autumn, white is for winter. Hoping for a girl's year-long growth. Other, Hishimochi has the meaning of protecting from god magic, and Chirashizushi is derived from the Heian period Narezushi. All food are colorful and can be enjoyed visually. Please try it the next time you visit Japan. Thank you for listening.
Merhaba, I'm going to explain about Japanese food. This time, I'll talk about ozoni. Look at the slide. Have you ever seen the food in this photo? This is ozoni. This dish is a traditional dish that has been eaten on New Year's Day for a long time, and it is wished that we can spend the year safely. It also contains various colorful ingredients. Next, let's talk about what's contained in ozoni. The main ingredients of ozoni are rice cakes, miso, and vegetables. Rice cake is a key ingredient for ozoni. There are 2 types, square and circular. Miso is the main reason why ozoni is delicious. The taste of ozoni will be completely different depending on types of miso. Vegetables are ingredient makes ozoni colorful and beautiful dish. Carrots and shiitake, as shown in the photo below, are made by cutting them in a decorative manner. Finally, I'll explain the characteristic of ozoni. That is, ozoni is different in each region. For example, in the area where we live, the rice cake is square-shaped with a fish called gobies as the soup stock. Tokyo, the capital of Japan, has the same rice cake shape as before, but the soup stock is soy sauce and sweet steak. Kyoto, which is located in west of Japan, has different rice cake shapes and soup stock. That's all for explain. When you come to Japan on New Year's Day, please try ozoni for all over Japan. Terushiro Kedirin. Thank you.
I would like to introduce to you school life in Japan. Since there is compulsory education in Japanese school, elementary school is obligated to have children attend 6th grade from 7 to 12 years old, and junior high school is obligated to have children attend 3rd grade from 13 to 15 years old. There is no skipping system in Japan. Voluntary education includes the 3rd grade of high school and university. Everyone is studying for their dreams and hopes. Now, I would like to introduce 4 characteristics of Japanese schools. The first is to have a school uniform. It is also a symbol of the school. There are various designs, and you can remember them by wearing them and taking pictures. The second is a bag called a randoselu. This is where elementary school children put textbooks when they go to and leave school. In the past, red and black were the standard colors, but now there are many color variations such as white, brown, yellow, and purple. The third is school lunch. Lunch is served by ourselves and eaten during compulsory education. The staple food, rice, bread, and noodles. And there are 2 types of side dishes, soup and sometimes dessert. There are many students who are looking forward to it because the menu is different every day. The last is cleaning. After the day's lessons, we will clean the classrooms and toilets ourselves. Therefore, we can try to be independent and keep the space clean. Here's an introduction to our day. First, I go to school until 8:30 a.m. Most people come by train, bicycle, or on foot. Classes start at 8:45 a.m. There are 50 minutes lessons. There is a 10 minutes break between classes. From 12:35 p.m., we will have lunch and take a little break. From 1:20 p.m., we will have 2 or 3 afternoon classes. After class, we will clean up from 4:20 p.m. After that, club activities will start at 5 p.m. The end time is different, but everyone will come home at about 7 p.m. Thank you for listening. Teşekkür ederim.
Before starting the disaster risk reduction exchange, let us share the question.
My name is Akif Albayrak. I am 11 years old. Could you please introduce children festivals in Japan?
It is a festival to celebrate the growth of children aged 3, 5, and 7 on November 15th. In Shichigo-san, we visit shrines and temples to thank and pray. Girls at the age of 3 and 7, and boys at the age of 5. Nowadays,
We are doing this at the age of 3, 5, and 7, regardless of gender. As Shichigo-san, children are given chitose candy to hope for the children's longevity. The candy is long and thin and covered red and white, which is said to bring happiness.
Do you have any events in Turkey to wish for the growth of children?
Yes, we have some events to wish for the growth of children. For example, when a baby is born and the first tooth comes out, a family gathering is organized for the baby growth and special meals are prepared for the guests.
We can move to second presentation. I mean, about the disaster risk reduction to be shared by the Tagajo High School. Please.
Merhaba. I will start the school introduction of Tagajo High School, Miyagi Prefecture. Tagajo High School is located in Tagajo City, Miyagi Prefecture, and is located near the center of Miyagi Prefecture. Our school was founded 45 years ago, and now we have 6 general course classes and 1 disaster science course class. The disaster science course was opened in 2016, and the 5th year students entered our course this school year. At the time of the Great East Japan earthquake in 2011, our surrounding area was greatly damaged by the tsunami. The tsunami of up to 4.6 meters struck Tagajo City and 188 people were killed. Urban type tsunami was observed in our city. The tsunami high speed power increased because of the buildings, and the tsunami came from unexpected directions, which led to a large number of victims. Our high school has conducted various activities based on experience of the East Japan earthquake in 2011. Through those activities, we have raised our own disaster prevention awareness. Also, we prevention from scientific perspective and have aimed at the establishment of disaster prevention education where we can interact with others.
In addition, all the students make a school commuting disaster prevention map to protect themselves from disasters by checking the means of commuting to school and the route to school. In our school, we have several unique lessons that can't be seen in other schools. These are required lessons for all the students, including general course students. In a class called Living and Safety, we learn home and health studies with disaster elements. In Information and Disasters, we learn about information gathering and information transmission means in the event of a disaster. In the study of disaster science, we conduct inspections and patrols of the disaster area, and by knowing the situation at that time, we cultivate natural scientific approach and a human sociological perspective. The first grade students in disaster science course visited Ishinomaki and Onagawa, which was severely damaged by the 2011 earthquake in Japan. About the picture in the left, this is called Kadonoaki Elementary School. There was a fire because of the tsunami. At the time, students, teachers, and regional residents who stayed in the school evacuated to the back mountain. In the picture on the right, you can see Okawa Elementary School. 8.6 meters tsunami wave hit the school, and 74 people died in this tsunami, and 70 people are still missing.
The second grade students in the disaster science course recently visited the place damaged by the 2008 Iwate Miyagi inland earthquake and the coast areas of Miyagi Prefecture that were severely damaged by the 2011 Great East Japan earthquake. This photo shows a bridge called Matsurube Ohashi that was damaged by the 2008 Iwate Miyagi inland earthquake. You can see that the ground fluctuates due to the earthquake and the bridge is bent at right angle. In the Iwate Miyagi inland earthquake, a maximum seismic intensity of 6 upper was observed, and the largest post-war landslide occurred mainly in Miyagi and Iwate prefectures. These photos are of some facilities preserved as the remains of the coastal area of Miyagi Prefecture, which was severely damaged by the 2011 earthquake and those damaged by the tsunami. Currently, restoring work is being carried out in the areas, such as revetment work for embankments, raising roads, and construction of disaster transmission facilities. We would like you to come to our country and see our reconstruction we've made so far after COVID-19 is gone. That's all for our presentation. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you so much. It's really very nice information sharing, both cultural and disaster risk reduction. We really admire about your activities and very nice presentation. In fact, it is also very meaningful to get information from these two schools that have the earthquake experiences. Thank you so much, Tagajo Koukou and Tenzile Ana Junior High School. Arigatou gozaimasu. Ontoni subarashi happyo deshita. The Japanese course students to raise their questions first. Then maybe we can get two questions from each school to other.
What is the emergency food when you evacuate?
Biscuits, canned meal, and both are emergency foods that are in our emergency bags. In the past disaster, few days after the disaster, hot meals were provided by Turkish Red Crescent.
Which disasters happen often in Japan and how do you protect yourself?
We first hide under the desk. After an earthquake stops, we evacuate. Next, run away from the sea. Do you think that Turkish people have a high awareness of disaster prevention?
I think the Turkish people do not have a high awareness of disaster prevention, but there have been many activities to raise awareness all over country recently. For example, this year, 2021, has been announced as the disaster preparedness year. I hope many people soon learn what to do before, during, and after the disaster.
I would like to invite Professor Dr. Nejat Borasayan, Chairman of Turkish-Japanese Foundation.
10 years ago, after the devastating earthquakes, Turkey and Japan show meaningful solidarity. From Turkey, a search and rescue team went to Tohoku and support the disaster victims. In the same year, after the earthquake in Wuhan, this time volunteers from Japan won hearts by helping in the region. Today, students from those disaster-hit areas of Japan and Turkey move this friendship to the next stage by sharing the information about the culture and disaster preparedness. I sincerely congratulate all students. Moreover, on behalf of the Turkish-Japanese Foundation, I wish to express our appreciation to Turkish and the Japanese teachers and JICA Turkey office for their contribution to organize this seminar.
Thank you so much, Professor Dr. Sayan. Çok teşekkür ederiz. I think the next speaker doesn't need much introduction because he's very active in Tohoku region and in the disaster education area. Well, I would like to invite Dr. Oda Takashi from Miyagi University of Education for the conclusion remarks. Oda Sensei, よろしくお願いします。
はい、こんばんは、merhaba. Thank you, Emin-san. My name is Takashi Oda with Miyagi University of Education, located close to the city of Tagajo. And I usually teach pre-service and in-service teachers to become more familiar with disaster risk reduction. First of all, I also would like to congratulate all the students who made excellent presentations today. I learned so much about the culture, like tasty food. That's making me hungry right now. It's almost dinner time right now. But also I learned a lot about the natural disaster history, including some personal experience and its preparedness for the future. And 10 years passing from the big disasters in both of our regions. And as some students mentioned today, increasing number of people are concerning about decaying memories. It's meaning forgetting about the mega earthquake as time goes by. And many people are beginning now to make extra efforts so that lessons are not forgotten. Lessons are shared for the future generations. So today's program is one of such important and meaningful opportunities to remind ourselves of not only our own local disaster experience, but also the ones of our overseas friends, and think together how to prepare. So you successfully did that all in English. We are all probably non-native speakers of English, but we did that all in English. That was a great thing. And now coronavirus has been preventing us from communicating face-to-face almost over 1 year. But people around the world become smarter and try to overcome difficulties such as the infectious disease or natural disasters. And education plays very important roles in solving challenges. So we need to continue to educate ourselves. So I'd like to appreciate all the students, teachers of both high schools, as well as people from JICA and Turkish-Japanese Foundation for allowing me to join this great educational and exchange program. So let's continue to learn from each other and try to figure out how we can make the world better and safer place to live. ありがとうございました. Thank you very much.
小田先生、本当にありがとうございます。Having this occasion, I also wish to express our appreciation to Professor Oda and Professor Suwa for their kind support for our JICA is a school-based disaster education project. Now, I would like to invite Mr. Ikuro Nobuhiro, Chief Representative of JICA Turkey Office, for the conclusion and closing remarks. イクロ社長、よろしくお願いします。
はい。メルハバ、こんにちは。Today I had wonderful presentations and interesting questions and answers. I would like to, especially I want to thank the promising students, both from Tagajo High School and from Tanjire Anna Secondary School. Disaster preparedness is important as we move toward the future in Turkey and in Japan. Let's overcome the painful experiences of the past, be strong, and continue to move forward. Teşekkürler ederim. ありがとうございます。
ありがとうございます。Thank you so much, Mr. Ikuro. We are thankful to the Tagajo High School for realization of this event. Mr. Sato Tomohiro 先生から closing remarks お願いします。
Again, I would like to thank you all of you for giving us such a wonderful opportunity. I'm sure through this program, all the students involved understood each other's countries better and also raised awareness about disaster prevention again. I hope someday in the near future, both of our students will visit each other's country and talk about their future. It was nice seeing you all. Thank you very much.
Sato Sensei, arigatou gozaimasu. Çok teşekkür ederiz. Thank you so much. With your permission, I also would like to say a few words before closing the seminar. I mean, most of you know that the JICA and Turkish-Japanese Foundation have been organizing many activities on disaster risk reduction, mainly for students, since 2016, with support of Hyogo Prefecture through Hyogo-Turkey Friendship Fund. We therefore would like to express our appreciation to people of Hyogo and Hyogo Prefecture for this support. Up to now, we organized the 14 seminars for students during the pandemic. In this student center online training program, Turkish and Japanese students had a chance to exchange topics on culture, education, disaster risk reduction, and disaster education. In addition to educational development, we recognize that this kind of interaction between students help the students for their socialization. Even it's the distance, but really help a lot. Therefore, to support normalization and socialization of the students, we wish to continue such seminar with Japan and within Turkey. I hope, as Sato Sensei mentioned, after the pandemic, I hope we can visit each other to also introduce your wonderful band to our students as well at your school. Also, we like to show how the Van people is very active in folk dance because they are the world one, the award. So the students and their teacher have been really making great efforts for learning and teaching under the pandemic period for bright, safe, and peaceful world. Having this occasion, I would like to express our appreciation to students and the teachers who took part in the seminars. And therefore, I would like to invite all of you to clap the students and teachers. And as final appreciation, I wish to state the names of the Tagajo High School and Tenzilana Junior High School, including their all hard worker and dedicated teachers and students